Welcome to Stillworks and Brewing. My name is Randy. This is a channel that's all about home distillation and brewing. Today what we're going to talk about are stripping runs. Stripping runs, what are they? Do we need them or do we not need them? But first things first is take a look around the channel, and if it's something you like, please consider subscribing. It will really help us out. Hit that notification bell. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Share us with your friends. And leave a comment down below if you want to. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, I got some questions about stripper runs that people has asked me. And that's what basically I'm going to do is answer some questions. So one of the first questions, what is a stripping run? It's when you run your still as hard, as fast as you can without the regard of quality. You just want to get as much alcohol out of that mash that's in your still out as fast as you can. Okay, so what is the purpose of that? Well, the purpose of it is just to reduce volume, and I mean that's my opinion. So let's say I had 20 gallons of mash and I got an 8-gallon still. So I would run, let's say I would make 3 runs of that mash and just get as much volume as I can out as fast as I can. And then I would collect all that. And at that point in time, that's called low wines. And then I would take all those low wines, put them back in the still, and I would run it, and normally, caring for the quality then, and then I would get my spirit out that way. Okay. The next question is, how hard can I run my still? Well, that's basically going to be up to your still. One of that is the biggest safety factor that you want to make, in my mind, is the harder you run your still, your condenser can only handle so much. So say you're running really heavy. In normal operations, when you feel the lower part of your condenser, it will be nice and cool, and up top would be hot. So, but if you're running really, really hard, you'll find that the lower part of your condenser is getting hot. It's really saying that it can't keep up with the heat that you're putting into the still. And you might see some steam coming out in vapors. That could potentially be dangerous. So you have to be very, very, very careful of that. And then the other safety concern that I have is whatever you put into your still, it can't be no higher than 40 ABV. If you have to cut her down with water, that's what I would do. So nothing in your still higher than 40 ABV. Okay. The next question. Do you lose flavor when you do a stripping run? Well, that is strictly up to you. I mean, you got to remember, the flavor of your mash is coming over, because a lot of that water is coming over. It's not like you're doing your spirit run where you're bringing pretty much all, just alcohol. But anyway, you're bringing a lot of that water over, so you're bringing a lot of flavors over. Could you potentially lose a little bit of flavor? Well, I guess you could. And so I think that's going to be pretty much, up to you. Next question I had was, do you have to do a strip run? No. That is strictly up to you. Me, myself, I normally do 6-gallon batches of mash, wash, or whatever. And so I have an 8-gallon still. It works out perfectly for me. So I do not do a stripping run myself. I did do a vodka one time. I think it was the last vodka I did. I distilled it twice, but that really wasn't a stripping run, because I did the first run real nice and slow, the way you're supposed to. And then just aiming for a real pure spirits, I put it all back in the still, with nice, good, clean water, and then distilled it again. It turned out very good. Okay, so there's that question. When do you stop collecting when you're doing your spirit run? Well, that's another thing that's, up to you. Most people, they say that they quit once they get down to about 20% proof coming off, or 20% ABV coming off their still. There's a point in time when you're putting too much time and too much money and energy into getting it out. It just say that's enough, okay? So, but it's strictly up to you. There's no rules. It's strictly up to you. Somebody asked, my low wines is cloudy. Should I throw them away? No. Don't throw them away. What happened most likely, because you're running so hard, is you still could have puked a little bit and brought some of the wash up out of the still. But there's still great alcohol in there, and you're going to restill it again. So no, don't throw that away. Save it. All right. 4 shots. Do I discard them? Well, that's another question. It's up to you. A lot of this stuff is just up to you. I normally don't. I run it hard and get it through. And then when you get ready to do your spirits runs, that's when you're going to slow down, make your nice cuts, in small cut jars. Because really, you don't even use cut jars when you're doing a spirit run. You're just running hot and heavy. So I'm going to say no. But like I said, it's strictly up to you. And I would cut the 4 shots and heads out when you do your spirit run. Somebody asked, is it safe to drink stripping runs? Well, I guess it would be safe, but why? You're not even aiming for quality in the spirit or in the stripping runs. So yeah, so why would you want to drink it? I would not. So that would be my answer on that. When I put my strippings into a boiler, what should ABV be lower? When I put my strippings into the boiler, what should ABV be? Like I said before, it should be lower than 40%. All right? And that is with any time you re-distill. You never put anything higher than 40% into your brew kettle. Should I save my tails from the stripping run? Well, if you got tails, you're kind of missing the whole point. And it's just kind of like the 4 shots and heads and tails. You're missing the point of what a stripping run is. A stripping run is, like I said before, is just a running as fast as you can without the regards of quality. So you're going to have your heads in there, you're going to have your tails in there. When you're done collecting all your stripping runs together, and then you're going to put it back in, and then that's when you're going to go for the quality. Okay? And just, like I said, stripping runs is just another one of those tools in your toolbox to try to make yourself as most efficient as you can, because instead of doing 3 spirit runs, which it could take you up, let's say 8 hours, you're just going to do these stripping runs just to knock the quantity down to a manageable amount, and then take your 3 hours and just do your nice spirit run so you have that great product that you're looking for. Okay. Well, that's about all I got. Like I always say, thanks for watching. Enjoy the adventure. We'll see you next time.